Dear students, welcome to our YouTube channel Vidya for Success. In this video, let us study subclassification of algae. Algae again subclassified into number of different classes. So for this classification, the main criteria is the kind of pigment present in them and the cell wall component. Then also they consider the mode of reproduction. So based on these few certain characteristic feature, algae subclassified into three different classes. So the first class is Chlorophyceae, then second one is Phaeophyceae, and the third one is Rhodophyceae. So these are the three different classes of algae. Now first let us study about Chlorophyceae. So Chlorophyceae is one of the subclassification of algae. So this class consists of green algae. That means because of their characteristic color we are calling them as a green algae. So all green algae are placed under one of the class, that is Chlorophyceae. How do they appear? So Chlorophyceae member, they appear in different forms. So some of the green alga are unicellular, that means their body is made out of only one cell. So the best example is Chlamydomonas. And some of the green algae are colonial, that means they live together. So many members belonging to the same species, they live together and they form their own colony. So here we also have colonial algae. So best example is Olvox. And a few of the green algae are filamentous in their appearance. That means they grow in the form of thread-like structure. So the best example here we have is Spirogyra. So these are the examples we can see. Each species, they exhibit different body forms. So this is the Chlamydomonas. So here we can see the Chlamydomonas is made out of only one cell and it consists of locomotory organelle, flagella. Two flagellas are present on the anterior end of the body, and it consists of chlorophyll pigment within cell organelle that is called as chloroplast. So you can notice here the characteristic shape of the chloroplast. Then this one is Olvox. As I said, Olvox is the example of colonial alga. So this is again the green algae. Then this one is Spirogyra. So Spirogyra is the best example of filamentous algae because of its characteristic shape. So you can see here thread-like structure of the Spirogyra. So these are the different body forms what we can see in the members of Chlorophyceae. Then the members of Chlorophyceae, they consist of chlorophyll pigment. So because of this pigment, they appears in green color. You can notice all the diagram what I have displayed here. So all they are appearing green in color. So why do they appear green in color? Because of the pigment. So the pigment present in these organisms are chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. So these two pigments are localized, that means they are distributed in one of the cell organelle that is called as chloroplast. Understood? So algae are eukaryotic plants, eukaryotic primitive plants. So they consist of one of the cell organelle in their body for this pigment. So that cell organelle is named as what? Chloroplast. So chloroplast is a cell organelle where we can find chlorophyll pigment. So what are the two types of chlorophyll pigments we have here? Chlorophyll A and chlorophyll B. So where do we find this green algae? So green algae is actually habited to fresh water. Most of the members are habited to fresh water. If we take the example of Spirogyra and Chlamydomonas, those are all habited to fresh water. Only few species, less number of organisms are habited to marine water, so that they are aquatic in their habitat. Largely the Chlorophyceae members are present in fresh water, only few members are present in marine water. And the one more thing we need to understand about the chloroplast is, chloroplast exists in different shape. And that means chloroplast, we know it is a kind of cell organelle present in plant. What is the function of chloroplast? It helps in photosynthesis, because it consists of the pigment, that pigment useful for capturing of sunlight. So that is utilized for the photosynthesis. So the chloroplast not exist in same shape and same size in all members of Chlorophyceae. So chloroplast exist in different shape. So some of the members show disc shaped chloroplast, some they show plate like chloroplast, and some they show reticulated chloroplast, and some they show cup shaped and some ribbon shaped. Like this, the shape of chloroplast is not same in all members of Chlorophyceae. So this is one unique characteristic feature what we can see in Chlorophyceae member. So here you can see this is the Chlamydomonas unicellular green algae. So we can see the cup shaped chloroplast here. So you can see the shape of the chloroplast in the organism, that is cup shaped. And the one more example I will show you now. This is the Spirogyra. So Spirogyra, as I told, it is a filamentous algae where we can find ribbon shaped chloroplast. We can clearly notice that ribbon shaped coiled this thing cell organelle we can see here, that is actually ribbon shaped chloroplast. So in these examples we can see the chloroplast is not same in shape and size in all the species. So depending on the kind of species, the shape of the chloroplast is also get changes. Then how do these organisms store food material? What is there in these organisms for storing the food? So there are specialized structures can be noticeable in the Chlorophyceae members for the storage of food. So those structures are named as pyrenoids. So pyrenoids are the dense bodies. So they are the micro compartments what we can see in the members of Chlorophyceae. So these micro compartments are meant for the storage of food. So what is the reserve food material in plant? Yes, that is starch. So starch in majority of the members of Chlorophyceae are stored in one of the micro compartment in the organism. That micro compartment is named as pyrenoids. Then how do they look like? You see in this diagram, so this is actually the Spirogyra. Here they have enlarged only one cell of Spirogyra. In one cell, we can notice the chloroplast. It is labeled here, and within the chloroplast we can see some of the darkly stained regions. So those circular darkly stained regions are nothing but pyrenoids. Understood? So these pyrenoids are distributed in the chloroplast. So their function is storage of food material. That means the starches get stored in pyrenoids. Then one more characteristic feature is these members consist of cell wall. So the cell wall is made up of inner cellulose layer and outer pectose layer. So cell wall usually made out of cellulose in all the plants. So outside the cellulose we can find one more layer. That layer is made out of pectose. Clear? So the outer cell wall is very rigid and it is giving complete protection to the alga. So these are the few things what you need to understand regarding the chloroplast cell organelle, then the reserve food material in the alga. Then how do these members reproduce? Because reproduction is very essential process need to be takes place in all living organisms. So without reproduction the continuation of generation does not takes place. So reproduction in the green algae is takes place by three different methods. So here we can see vegetative, asexual and sexual method of reproduction. So let us see how the green algae reproduces by vegetative method. So vegetative method of reproduction takes place commonly by fragmentation. So fragmentation is actually one kind of vegetative reproduction. What do you mean by this fragmentation? So in case of fragmentation, the reproduction is takes place by fragments. So, you take the example of Spirogyra. So, Spirogyra is a filamentous algae. So, if in case by any external force, that fragment is divided into number of pieces. So, each of the piece formed by the parental body is named as fragment. Understood? So, each fragment is having the ability to develop into a new Spirogyra in future. So, this kind of reproduction is called as fragmentation. So, when the fragments are involved in the formation of new algae, that kind of reproduction is called as fragmentation. So, because the fragments are vegetative parts of the organism, the kind of reproduction is called as vegetative reproduction. Understood, right? Yes, the second one is asexual mode of reproduction. So, the asexual mode of reproduction takes place by the formation of motile spores. So, those motile spores are named as zoospores. So, zoospores are commonly forming asexual spores in some members of green alga. So, the best example we can see here is Chlamydomonas. So, Chlamydomonas is an aquatic algae. So, during the reproduction, asexual reproduction, it produces more number of motile spores. So, you can clearly notice in this diagram. So, all these motile spores are named as zoospores. So, these spores are get protected within a protective covering called as zoosporangium. So, zoosporangium is actually protects all the motile spores within a protective covering. So, when all the spores are get matured, they will rupture the wall of zoosporangium and they will comes out, and they easily swim in water, and when they get suitable environment, they continue their life. Clear? So, zoospores are the motile asexual spores. They are formed in few members of green algae. Then, here we can also see the sexual mode of reproduction. That means some members of the green algae, they reproduces by sexual method. So, there are three modes of sexual reproduction we can notice here: isogamous type, anisogamous and oogamous. So, different species of green algae show different kinds of sexual reproduction. Children, we have already discussed regarding the meaning of isogamous, anisogamous and oogamous. So, these divisions are done based on what kind of gametes are involved in fusion. Understood, right? So, you see this diagram. So, isogamy is nothing but the fusion takes place between two similar sized gametes. Anisogamous is nothing but the fusion takes place between two dissimilar sized gametes. Oogamous is nothing but the fusion takes place between bigger female gamete and smaller motile male gamete. So, these are the three different types of sexual reproduction. So, anisogamous type of reproduction can be seen in some of the green algae, and isogamous type of reproduction can be seen in Spirogyra, and oogamous type of reproduction can be seen in Volvox. Understood? So, these are the few characteristic features what we can see in the members of Chlorophyceae. So, all these characters you should learn, because the characteristic feature will changes from one class of the alga to another class. Understood, right? So, you have to learn all these characteristic features of green algae. So, the things you have to remind is the kind of pigment present in them, and the component of cell wall, and the mode of reproduction. So, these are the few important things, and one more this thing is examples of organism. Clear? So, these are the few important things you need to recall about the Chlorophyceae members. Yes, thank you.